Hey everyone, Tyson the Subaru specialist from Subaru Prince George here. Today we're taking a look at the 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Touring in the sapphire blue. So Touring is the second trim level up, one above the Convenience, one below the Onyx, and this is a new color available on the Crosstrek for 24. Not new to Subaru's lineup, but new on the Crosstrek. Sapphire blue is kind of a royal blue. I get a little bit of purple from it. I really like the color. I think it cleans up amazingly well, looks super shiny. But 2024 Crosstrek got a redesign, an evolution, whatever you want to call it. It looks very, very similar to the previous generation. Definitely some noticeable differences, but at its heart, it's still the same. It rides on an updated Subaru global platform with up to 10% stronger torsional rigidity. So I think the science says you can take up to a 40% stronger impact and incur the same damage as previous. So stronger, safer, better. Touring, powered by the 2-liter 4-cylinder, so 152 horsepower, amazing fuel efficiency. Front end, revamped, new, larger, more aggressive honeycomb grille. You've got those gray wings off to either side, and they lead into these smaller, more aggressive styled headlights. These are LED steering responsive headlights with high beam assist. Touring's the first trim level where you get the LED fog lights as well. You get that nice little C channel. It's a sharp looking front end. I do really like the front end on this. Side profile is very similar to the previous gen. Updated wheels. Cladding, of course, Subaru loves cladding all around the wheel arches. Functional vents for airflow. Cladding's along the bottom. Mirror caps are gray metallic. Integrated turn signal for safety. Got the new crossbar or roof rail setup. So these are thicker, designed to take a little bit more weight than the previous ones. You can't get the Subaru OEM crossbars yet. They should be later this summer in August. You can get the extended ones because they understand people are going to carry things on the roof of these vehicles. New 17-inch wheels. I like the look of them. They look good. Same wheel as the Convenience, but the Convenience is the painted black. At the rear, new tail lights. You get that boomerang C shape and it extends. It's quite a nice tail light as far as tail lights are concerned. I quite like it. And to me, the back is very WRX because of the vents and that kind of integrated rear diffuser. It looks like an SUV version of the WRX. I like the rear end on these a lot, and I do really like this blue. Keyless access, as long as the key's on your person. Button is right between these two stars. Backup camera's right there. It does have its own little washer. I will not be washing it because the new owner is going to be coming to pick it up shortly. Lots and lots of room in the rear of the Crosstrek. You can fit a lot of sports equipment or luggage. Tall, wide, and deep entrance. It's great. Third seat belt comes out of the back there. It goes through this little banana clip, and then you end up with a 3-point harness for everyone. You've got nice, hard, easy to use physical tie downs to secure awkward things. Halogen cargo light, that'll shut off when I close the hatch. We have grocery bag hooks on the top, and those hooks on the bottom are for a cargo net attachment that attaches to all four. I was so curious about these when they first came out. They're cup holders. The idea is you can sit on the bumper after a hard day of biking or hiking or whatever, splitting firewood. That's your cup holder. Just a designated place to put your cup, your beverage. Mountain motif, nice little touches they've added. Underneath here, we have a couple other little side storage pockets, and then of course your spare tire with the recovery hook, the eye bolt. Handle to pull down on, no power gate. You can set up a pin to access the vehicle if you don't have the key. It's generally a lot more hassle than it's worth, but I do have a video earlier on my channel from that if you want to look that up. As we move into the second row, because it would help if I unlocked it. So it is locked. Proximity key, as long as the key's on your person within 46 inches, to put your hand in the inside. And it'll unlock. There we go. I guess it helps if I don't click lock at the same time. There we go. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. Up front driver door card. Unlock and lock, windows, window lock. Rear door card, soft touch armrest, gray contrast stitching, plastic, bottle holder with storage, There is a ton of room in the second row. Taller people fit, good headroom, good leg room. Cloth is a light and dark gray kind of two-tone, and there's like these little green bits, which it doesn't look like it until you really focus in on it and look at them individually. It's a sharp look. I actually quite like it. Very comfortable seats even in the second row. Fold down armrest with integrated cup holders. 2 USB ports for charging, keep everyone connected on those longer trips, USB A and C. You have a map back pocket on the rear of the front passenger seat. And if you need it, lower anchors and tethers for children, just with a Velcro strap. This is grippy, textured. It's designed to be a step. So if you have crossbars, something on the roof, and you're reaching, you can't quite make it, that's designed to be less slip, a low slip surface. A lot easier than standing on the tire, because the tire sits inside the wheel, or the wheel well, or inside the fender. You don't get as good of a purchase. You can't stand as solidly on that, so you'll have a much better purchase on there. Child lock. Then to lock it with the proximity key, you've got those lines you just press and hold, and it locks. And you'll notice that when I go to unlock it, it lights up. That's just an indicator. You can turn that off if you don't like it. So front door card, very, very similar. Soft touch, soft touch. A little bit more storage along with the bottle holder. Touring seat, same material as the rear seats, but you've got more aggressive bolstering to hold you in the seats on tight corners. And they've changed these seats quite a bit versus the 23s, designed to reduce fatigue over long driving distances and times. Seat is height adjustable based on a pump system. They've changed the pump mechanism. I like it quite a bit. They've done away with most of the buttons by the driver's left knee. There's no real button. It's more the scroll wheel for the brightness of your gauges. And they've taken a lot of those buttons and integrated them into the screen or access on the steering wheel. Now, foot on the brake, light goes green, green means go. That little orange light is your blind spot detection on either side. So it will illuminate when someone is in your blind spot or going to be in your blind spot on the corresponding side. Very, very handy feature. Doesn't eliminate shoulder checking, but it is a very handy feature. Steering wheel, same steering wheel layout and design that they have on the Outback Legacy Ascent. Left-hand side, Bluetooth and audio controls, nice tactile buttons. I like the feedback that I get from that. This used to be volume, this is now volume. This toggles our small little information screen, gives us different info depending on what we want to look at. Fuel economy, date, time running, temperature, all that. Accept and hang up phone calls, issue voice commands, switch from AM to FM to aux to Bluetooth, etc. Right-hand side, we have our adaptive cruise and our lane centering. Now, both of those systems use the 2-color stereo EyeSight cameras and the third new wide-angle mono camera to look for vehicles, pedestrians, cyclists, etc. Now, when I turn on the cruise, get an image of the Crosstrek there, and you'll notice there's 3 bars all the way down to 1, all the way up to 4. That's the follow distance behind the vehicle ahead of you that you'll follow at if you catch up. 4 bars, 100 kilometers an hour, roughly 150 to 180 feet. Pretty safe distance. You can follow closer if you need, and you adjust the distance with closer or further away. Lane centering. When the cameras can see the road lines, whichever side it can see, whether that's one or both, it'll illuminate white on whichever side it sees, and then it'll space you off of that and actually give you gentle steering input. It's a fantastic feature for the second half of a long day of driving. You're way less fatigued at the end of the day. It's great. If you have the chance to try it out, I do recommend it. Intelligent and sport driving modes. So you'll see on the bottom left it says P for park. Just to the right of that it says I for intelligent. Now I'm in sport mode. Sport means you're going to go faster sooner, it's more aggressive, you're going to sit at a slightly higher RPM. Not going to be quite as fuel efficient, but great for passing. Touring model has your heated steering wheel. Now it's important to note it does not heat between the seam at the top, and there's a little dead space right there, but pretty much everywhere else it heats, and it gets absolutely cooking. Up to 40 degrees Celsius was the measurement last time I used an infrared camera on it. To the right, 11.6-inch touchscreen. This is the first trim level that gets the large touchscreen, and they've broken it into 3 portions. Top portion, we've got X mode, which is like 4x4 low in a pickup. Weather, that's part of the satellite radio trial you get with most new Subarus. Gauges, which you can change around if you want. And what you're listening to. Below that, we have the main display portion. We've got radio, access to media like Bluetooth, apps. You'll have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, both of which are wireless. Access to the My Subaru app after the vehicle's registered in your name. When you put it in reverse, the backup camera pops up. It shows you the top of the bumper, so you have something to relate to. And then you can turn the display off. You can go to valet mode, turn on auto vehicle hold, turn off your traction control. And then the bottom portion, the climate controls. So we have physical buttons on either side because it's dual zone climate control in all of them. But I can just press this and adjust the passenger side very, very easily. Or I can press in, it'll bring up both sides. I can click, I can drag. I want to sync it back to just driver. I press sync and it goes driver controlled. You tell where your airflow is being directed. Choose your maximum AC, recirc, full auto. Got a lot of choice. Fan strength, nice big button, easy to touch. And you can actually turn off climate control to the rear. So it says front right there. I don't know if the camera's gonna focus on it. It says front, all. Kind of hard to see, won't focus on that. But you can have climate going to the rear if you want. There's vents underneath each front seat facing rearward. So good airflow for sure. Below that, we have our USB A and C sockets, our aux, and then this is rubberized, designed for phone storage. This is where the wireless charger would be in the Onyx and the Limited trims. It is an automatic CVT. We have the ability to choose manual mode and use the upshift and downshift paddles to manually select our own gears. Parking brake, pull up to turn on, foot on the brake and push down to turn off. Heated seat button is down here, unlike on the Legacy Outback and Ascent. They've left the physical heated seat button in the Crosstrek Touring. I'm not sure why that was the design choice, but they thought it was a good one. I like it. Some people aren't, some people are. Can't please everyone. Offset cup holders with drink raisers. So if you have a super tall drink, you can take this out and hopefully get a little bit more stability for your cup. 12-volt outlet. A little bit of storage, and then this is just a big storage bin. There's a place to run cords out, but there's no power points in there. Up top, we have roadside assistance and SOS, part of the 3-year trial to the connected services you get with most new Subarus. Map lights, sunglass storage, vanity mirror, and you can pull that off and use the slider to extend your visor, and the passenger side does the exact same thing. That is a quick look at the 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Touring in the sapphire blue. Beautiful blue, royal blue, really. So if you have any questions about the vehicle behind me, any of the tech in it, any of the vehicles in our lineup, or you're in British Columbia and in the market for a vehicle, please reach out to me. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. And if you're in the market for a Subaru, hopefully help you get your own Subaru. So I'm Tyson, the Subaru specialist from Subaru Prince George. Thanks for watching. We'll talk soon.